The virtual Kansas Speedway welcomes you to round 7 of our 2025 campaign and the Cubed Graphics 200. I'm your host for today's event, Chris Itzel, and I'm joined by my co-commentator and ex-driver, EJ Designs. How are you doing here today?
I'm doing very good. I'm very excited for this race. Definitely a huge multi-group track, lots of lines, and variety of lines that you can run. Pretty excited for today.
Yes, of course, and we have a 12-car field lined up here to take on this 1.5 mile beast of a racetrack, which we have not raced on since late Season 1, in which your eventual champion of that season, Pampers, took the crown. Now, speaking of beast, he has another second-place qualifying behind another Ford, this time in Napa rather than Carter, this season. Very reminiscent of Daytona, and because of that, we got to feed into quite an interesting thing. Two of our points leaders, Core and Max Blujo, have had two very rough races headed into this event, this 24 and the 31. But here, they qualify towards the back of the pack. Do we see them move their way up and possibly perform late race and maybe one of them win here tonight in the Cube Graphics 200?
Yeah, I definitely think, especially Max Blujo, and yeah, they're both really fast, especially during practice. Cord kind of struggled to find his line, but he eventually did get it. I definitely think circumstances are right that they do make a late race charge and may be able to pull off a win here today in Kansas.
Yeah, and we've seen also, this 31 of Max Blujo, he's won twice this season. The only other person to do that this year, including all of the speed weeks, is Karinga. These two have been on top of it all season long, and I can't wait to see what happens with them. Our race sponsor, Cubed Graphics, he recently joined Lightning Fast Racing with his teammate Chesko in the 16. There they are right next to each other. That's beautiful. They joined the newly rebranded LFR. They switched manufacturers to Chevy. They changed number fonts, and they changed one of their numbers from the 11 to the 10. They are in an alliance with IR Motorsports and Savage Motorsports here. And they are ready to make their debut as teammates right next to each other in Kansas. And I believe they'll actually be controlling the entire second-to-last row. So that's really cool to see. Now, without any further ado, how about we get started in interviews here before this 133 lap event, the Cube Graphics 200. Let's start with our pole sitter and two-time PRA champion, Napa, in the 99 for Ace Alpine Racing, still chasing his first win of the season, and hoping he can finish off his final season of PRA competition strong. Hello, Napa. How are you doing?
I just ate a donut, so my tummy
Awesome.
hurts. Yeah, but I'm good.
Good to hear.
Well, you're starting on the pole position. Great spot to start in. You'll have the clean air. You'll have the advantage on the start and restarts. You won't have to worry about any traffic if you can get clear of Beast on your outside. But both of you are known to be racing, to be really hard racing with each other and anyone else in the field when it matters. Do you plan on holding on to this lead early on, or are you going to take it easy here early in the race?
I'm gonna just take it easy because I don't even know what the fastest line is. In qualifying, I just ran a line. I was so confused what the line was. So yeah, gonna take it easy.
You have to slam. Sorry. All right, cool. Any questions for Napa here, Ethan?
I got no questions for you. Good luck to today in Kansas.
Thank you.
All right, cool. Go ahead and rejoin VC. Let's go to your outside pole sitter of Beast. Before we move further back in the field, we'll interview two more guys since I believe we are still running a little bit ahead of the initial schedule. So let's start with let's interview our outside pole sitter in the 1. This is Beast. Hello, Beast. How are you doing? You're muted.
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. How about y'all?
I'm doing pretty good. And how about you, Ethan?
Pretty good.
Cool. Well, you're starting on the outside lane here in Kansas. On the front row, though, with Napa, this is a very familiar spot with you. You started the season on the outside row 1, alongside Carter, a different Ford for Uno Racing rather than AAR. With this multi-groove racing surface here in Kansas, progressively banked, do you think you could roll the top off the start and get past this 99, or do you think this is a detrimental starting position to you that's going to set up your race for possibly a difficult start in general?
Well, Napa said he's going to be easy on the start, so I just plan on around right by him and just take control of this race. I know I got a very fast car in practice, and found from these awful where I haven't even been able to show up. Atlanta, I got Petersburg. I showed up too late. It's just been a rough start.
All right, then, Ethan, anything for the driver of the number 1?
Yes. You have one career win here in PRA. New Hampshire last season in season 4. Do you think with the speed you've shown in practice, speed shown in qualifying, in your second place starting position, do you think you'll be able to pull off a win here today?
We're gonna try. We're gonna try, man. I feel like like I said.
You cut out.
I got a good car, and we'll just try our best to keep it up there today.
All right, then.
Good to hear, man.
All right, then. Cool. Congrats on your good starting position. Hope to see you make the most of it today. Go ahead and rejoin VC. All right, let's go ahead and interview 2 more guys. First 2 people to say the letter R in chat. Oh wow. We'll be interviewing Chesko and Carter, 2 people in the back. Let's start with the 16 and the 80. Makes the most sense. Alright, oh my goodness. Dude. Literally knocked me off to the side. Alright, let's interview this 16. Hello, Chesko. How are you doing here today?
Hello, feeling good, pretty good today.
Alright, well, you finished. You finished 2nd place 2 weeks ago in St. Pete. Now you have a full-time ride with LFR, and you're going to be starting alongside, I believe, or in front of, your teammate in Cubed Graphics right behind you. You don't have a great starting position, but overall, how are you feeling headed into this event, and what's your plan?
I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, I've never been a good qualifier, but I've always had better race pace. I'm gonna try and save fuel, follow the line, see what people are doing, and work it out from there. Nice to have a full-time ride against my wishes, but still better than to not drive. Yeah, I will be starting alongside Cubed here as I'm in the not preferred lane on the inside, but I'll try and make it work. So, looking for a pretty good day here today. Gonna try and get some good positions.
Yeah, now this is the first week that PRA has tried a multi-groove package like this with progressive banking. This is the first time ever. Based on testing, based on practice, do you think you'll be able to make all 3 primary lanes work, or do you think it's going to be still a pretty single groove race?
I'm thinking it's probably gonna be like a 2-groove race. The main thing here is exits. If you can get that like bottom lane running with a good exit, you're good. But otherwise, yeah, that high mid line is where it's really at. But we'll have to see how it progresses throughout this race because I know people are gonna experiment. So we'll see how it works out.
All right, then cool. EJ, anything for the 16?
Yeah, so I just want to point out that, you went from a reserve driver, mostly subbing for the 73 of DB, to now a full-time driver in the number 16 for Lightning Fast Racing with a teammate of the 10 of Cubed Graphics. I just want to hear your input on that. How do you feel now that you went from reserve to a full-time driver?
I mean, I didn't want to go to reserve to full time, but I've got a good team here working with Cube. He's a chill guy. So besides that, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Glad for the ride. Scheme's decent. Yeah.
All right.
All right, then, well, hope to see you working through the field and making some moves here today, Chesko. Have a good day, and you can rejoin VC. Let's interview one more guy in the 80 of Carter. He is your Season 2 champion, He's won a few times the Big Racing Association. Overall, very respectable guy, and he's helped a lot with various PRA packages over time. How are you doing here tonight, Carter?
I'm doing good.
Well,
How about
starting
yourself?
starting in the very back of the field. How does that affect your confidence? I mean, you've had qualifying all over the place throughout your career in PRA, and this season alone, you qualified first in Daytona, and now you're last here in Kansas. But you've made the field, and you can take the time to practice, learn off the guys in front of you. How confident are you feeling headed into this event?
I'm feeling pretty good. I know the speed and qualifying didn't quite show what I have in this machine here, but I'm ready to take off the grid and hopefully have a good day here today. And hopefully I can climb my way through the field and at least get in for a top 3 or something, possibly a top 5. I'll be fine with settling for that. So we'll see what we can do here today.
All right. Now, this is the first time in any road racing league other than Stanley Racing Unlimited that we have had that has raced at this track. There is pretty much, I don't think for anyone in the field, there is no prior experience with this track. Do you think that's going to work out in your favor, or do you think that's going to be a detriment to you because you have no prior experience? What's your view on that?
I think possibly it might help even out the playing field a little bit. Maybe I'll be able to work my way through traffic a little bit. I can learn tracks pretty fast as long as I just kind of adjust to it fully and see how it works out. I know with progressive banking, we'll be able to make moves around the outside throughout the behind of the pack, so we'll see how that works out.
All right, then. EJ, anything for your Season 2 champ?
Just good luck during the race, man. Starting last, didn't have the best qualifying, but I do believe you can pull off a good runner today, so just good luck in your race, man.
Thank you.
Go ahead and rejoin VC. The Cube Graphics 200 will be 133 laps of action around this 1.5 mile cookie cutter racetrack. This is the first time we've raced here since Season 1, in which your eventual champion of Pampers won the race with a move on soccer with 20 laps to go. On top of this, this is also the first race in which we are trying a multi-grooved package, and the first race since Las Vegas to be this overall style of racing. This 1.5 mile configuration, 40 laps stage 1, 40 laps stage 2, 53 laps to the end. Fuel is going to be close in stages 1 and 2. We'll see some conserving possibly towards the end. The finish will most likely have late race pit stops, assuming it goes green. Napa on the pole. Beast, Vaughn. Lots of talent here showing here in Kansas. Without any further ado, let's get first person to say T in chat gets to do command. That'll be Corey for the command here tonight in Kansas. Without any further ado, from the Kansas Motor Speedway, please welcome a returning driver to the Big Racing Association, 5-time winner in season number 1, previously known as Unknown, Corey Wilson. You are muted.
System.
Let me,
don't do that with your car. Corey requests not him.
What?
Corey
Not
is
him?
requesting.
Okay, go ahead and
him to
rejoin
not
VC
do it.
then. Next person say why. Vaughn. We'll just count Vaughn. Vaughn's excited.
Gets it.
Alright. Please welcome your Grand Marshal for today's event, former driver of the 93 for IR Motorsports. Today he is subbing for Slam Door in the 83, Vaughn.
All right, guys. I just want to say 2 things. God bless us all, and let's not run each other into the wall today. Drivers, start your engines.
12 engines get fired up here in the Kansas Speedway. We're waiting on one in the back. That's Carter. VC, if you have not yet. Set your numbers. Let me re-Roblox in. There you go. Respawn your card, get your scheme set up. What do you mean you might go AFK? We're literally about to go. Well, Ethan, any predictions for tonight's race while we wait on Roblox to get ready?
Honestly, being honest, I don't really know. I feel like anyone really here can pull off a win here, especially with how multi-groove this racetrack is. I definitely think we can see anyone here win today.
By the way.
I'm having my eye though on the 83 of Vaughn, subbing in for
Rejoin
Slam
CC,
Door
right?
for Slide Job in racing. I feel like he has a good shot to win here today.
Yeah. Corey, go ahead and rejoin VC. Alright, Alright. Fair enough. I'm looking at Karinga. Consistently throughout his career, he's been not the greatest in qualifying, but then shows up during the race, and it's amazing how he can learn the track during the race and then be the fastest car in the field.
He did something similar to that at Iowa, which is a race he won. So I definitely see your point there.
Yes. Now, pace speed, 90 miles an hour, single file. Go ahead and start pacing, standard roll-off procedure. Napa, that means pace.
Yeah.
As the field gets going. Pace speed 90. Let's get started with your starting lineup here from Kansas. In row number 1 on the pole, 2-time PRA champion, Napa in the 99. Who in the world just jumped? Bro. 3-cubed. You'll be ahead of Chesko. Get your scheme and then set your number. And alongside him is Beast, a one-time winner in the Beat Racing Association. Row 2.
Row 2 is the 83 of Vaughn subbing in for Slam Door, 99 for Slide Job in racing, and Corey subbing for Mini in the 60.
That's Athen.
That's Athen, excuse me. I got that wrong again, man. That's Athen in the 60, subbing in for Mini.
In row 3 on the inside line is System in the 71 for Slide Job Danny Racing, and then subbing in for Savage, who I believe is on vacation right now. That's Corey.
Yes. Row number 4, that's the 24 of Koringa, and the 16, or well, it should be the 10, but he's not here. He's catching up, crossing the line now. That's the 10 of Cubed Graphics, your sponsor of today's race.
Behind them, let me change that. Behind them is the 16 of Chesko, once again sporting that low scheme, and the 31 of Max Blugio for Slide Job Danny Racing.
Cubed, you're ahead of the 16. Behind Max Blugio, that would be 93 of Robloxian. 2 weeks ago, he won at St. Petersburg. And the 80 of Carter.
Choose on restarts will end up being on the line. Rounding out your field is the 93. Oh wait, you already did that.
I already said.
I was so spaced out. All right, cool. Then we are ready to go. Let me change all laps -2 again, and so it's -1, and that should work out. 133 laps, stage 140. I believe this is GTT. We will double up out of turn 4. The outside lane on the banking, the inside lane on the apron. Once the outside can travel up the track, please do let the inside up. Odd number positions inside, even number positions outside. Make sure you set your numbers if you have not. Go green when the ticker goes green. Alright. Let's get this race going. 133 laps. Napa on the pole. The first time we're at the track, since season number 1 here in Kansas. Double up here out of 4. Outside on the banking, inside on the apron. Inside on the apron. Green flag! The Cube Graphics 200 is underway.
Four wide head into turn 1.
What are you doing? Quiet.
Get situated.
Shh.
Oh, 37!
What are you doing? Straighten it up. Out of turn 4 in the Cubed Graphics 200, we saw Karinga getting sideways behind and the 77 of Corey. But they straighten it out side by side into turn 1.
It is really bunched up back there out of turn 2. Whoa, contact.
See this 24 and the 77 still side by side. Behind and the rest of the field still behind. 200 miles an hour from the 24 out of turn 4 to begin lap 3, as Napa is still out front in the lead with the 83 behind.
Gets more and more situated as these laps go by. Got the system going to the bottom of 60. Third position. That's not system, that's beast.
Three laps complete so far. Looking out the rear camera of Napa at Vaughn in the 83, subbing for Slam Door. Further back, cars together. Karinga in the 24, looking to the outside of Beast in the 1, as Beast is going to fall back to 5th.
Talking about this pre-race, Core already making a strong charge, just lap 4. He's looking to be in 4th if he can clear the 1 off this corner.
Not quite able to, but Beast slides up off the apron. That allows the 24 of Karinga to get by. Looking at the 16 of Chesko. Tried to send it into the back bumper of the 1. Can't quite complete it. The 71 now is to his inside. Down the back straightaway and into 3. Out of turn 4, the majority of the field single filed out, as in the back, they are still trying to get it figured out. They are 3, almost 4 wide down the front straightaway.
Eye contact back there. Between 93 and the 80. So really bunched up back there.
Out of turn 4. Cube still looking at Carter. Cube set some of the I believe the fastest lap we'd ever seen in practice. But right now he's just struggling with traffic.
That's the thing with these cars, you know. You get in traffic and the car in front of you is going slower than you. It's a huge struggle to get by him and you know, keep your speed and, you know, go faster. Yeah, the main thing with these cars is consistency. You want to be consistently fast, and that's how you want to race. See Napa kind of showcasing that, being consistent with his lap times. Let's put a 0.8 second gap from Vaughn.
Gets the wall a little bit off too. Keeping it together though. Napa, your 2-time champion, leading early in the Cube Graphics 200. Slight contact with Chesko further back. That was Max Blugio, your 2-time winner and Daytona 150 champion. Contact down the front stretch with Corey in the 77. Now, Corey is a very feared guy in other leagues. Stock racing in the other SRU, being one of which he wins a lot of the time there. But right now we're seeing him mired in traffic 8th place as he's battling the 16 of Chesko, currently for P7. Do we see him possibly later in the race catch a break? He can learn off of guys in front of him, get a little quicker, possibly contend for the win later.
And try to give a run on the 16 here. Well, that was happening. Cord moves up to P3. Corey now clears the 16 off the corners, gets into the wall.
So, down the front straightaway. We're still seeing a group of 4 cars back here.
wide.
And whoa, onto the apron, the 93 of Robloxian. No room given by the 16. They wash up into the wall, but they're keeping it together. Cubed gets into the 31. Wow.
So
All 5 of
our
these cars
bunch
together.
right there.
If we quickly go to chase view, we can see how much this group has lost to the group in front of them. So that's System, Beast, Athen. But it's really cool seeing how this works out. We're seeing more of a group style of racing here with this package so far than in the past.
Oh, Corey into the wall. He was up on him. Wait, doors to 93.
Here comes Chesko.
16 on the bottom.
3 wide, washing up the track. Don't get in the throttle that early, Chesko. You're on the bottom.
Corey's gonna take advantage of that.
As Max Plugio also right around the top, and now to the inside of that 77, we see Chesko once again washing a car up the track. Please watch it. Hold your line. Down the back straightaway.
You see, while all of these cars battled, yeah, like you said, they are losing time on the group ahead of them.
Let's look at that group ahead. We see Athen, Beast, System, members of that group. Athen just ahead. These other 2 Camaros, System and Beast, running very similar schemes. They are both for Slide Job Dane Racing. And oh no! We saw there in TV1 the 93 of Robloxian contacts further back, and that strings out this group of cars further back. Maybe now they can make some moves. For second to last place, we see Carter in the 80, looking to the inside of the 16. Down the front straightaway. 14 laps currently complete, and Napa continues to lead the way here in Kansas.
Behind him, about 0.6 seconds back, is the 83 of Vaughn. Or trying to catch up to him.
Let's look on board with Vaughn in the rear camera. Looking back at the 24 of Coringa. He's made his way up to 3rd over the course of this race so far. Incredible drive here from the 24. Early on, he's showing how quickly he can learn a track and catch up to everyone else.
Yeah, he's making it work too, up to 3rd. Started in the latter half of the pack.
We're gonna have blimp cam at these 3 cars further back. Athen, System, Beast. Athen and System side by side down the front stretch.
System down the apron. I see with the apron, if you can straddle the apron, which scrubs a lot of your speed. So if you run that apron wrong, that can make you lose position. System does make
Whoa,
it work.
no!
61
That's Beast!
round does not save it.
Back up onto the
Gonna go
track.
Back up, hard hit into the outside wall.
Gets it back together. Slows up that 93 of Robloxian, though. We will keep it green. Huge ride for the one of Beast down the back straightaway.
Sets him back to 8th place. 6 seconds back from the leader.
And he was battling with Athen and System, and of that battle, System currently now with a 1 car length lead over the 60. But Athen with the run off the top, looking back at that 71, he's once again going to look low, try and make that move work. System, though, can just get so much rotation in the middle of the corner, he's going to stay ahead.
Here comes Coringa, number 24 for second now.
Look at Core, looking to the outside of Vaughn. He is still, he's right there. He could get up to second really soon. But these top 3 sticking together, about a second separating all of them. Let's see what that gap changes to. Napa to Vaughn, about the same. To Core, about the same. As Core, gonna look to the inside of the 83. Trying to pull a slider. I think the 83 is gonna get the power off, though. No, Coringa in the 24, able to clear out of turn 2.
On slightly into the ball. Vaughn's gonna try the inside now of the 24.
Out of turn 4, down the front stretch, side by side. Coringa trying to put Vaughn down the track onto that apron, scrub some speed. Whoa!
That could have been very bad. 24 bumps him back.
Showing his displeasure at the 83 for that move.
Vaughn does keep that spot as we have 20 laps to go in stage number 1.
Halfway through the stage. And Vaughn gives the warning, don't shove me down. Not happy with the aggression of that 24. And these two have argued before with each other when they were teammates with IR Motorsports before Vaughn left and came back as a reserve. So this is no real surprise that the 24 of Core and this 83 car, they're feuding with each other. This makes perfect sense. And right now, Coringa's backing off.
See, while they were battling, that allowed Napa to pull about to a second and a half ahead of 2 cars in second and third. So there's a gap of 1.465 now.
This 99 car on rails down the back straightaway. Max Blugio, slight lag spike, but it looks like he's still good. He is about with Beast now in the 1.
He is a 2-time winner this season in his rookie season. Incredible showing by him in these first 6 races.
As we see Beast. What has happened to Beast? He's down to 12th. Out of nowhere did he spin. No, him and Max Blugio, I'm assuming, got together further back. And that's why they're in the back now. 15 seconds. No! There goes the one again down the back stretch.
Into the inside wall. Does get it back going.
Keeps hitting that outside wall out of 2. Just does the same thing to him each time. Gonna get it back
stage
together.
1 for him. Oh, car sliding, hits the outside wall.
Who?
That is the... I believe that was the 16 of Chesko. Does keep it going, though. Oh, gets it to the outside wall in the back straightaway.
We'll have to see. Watching the ticker. But the 99 of Napa is pulled. Oh, actually, no. Vaughn's reeling that 99 back in. Yep, it was Chesko. Lost a position to
Yes.
Carter. Carter, Chesko, Max, and Beast have not been having a day so far. But we see Cubed Graphics. What a story so far for him. He has been quietly making up ground, looking at the 60 now. The 60 driven by Athen. Cubed, watch the wall use. But Cubed Graphics up to P7. He started further back while his teammate, Chesko, he's struggling so far. But still a long race left. Anything can happen.
Vaughn tags the wall for turn 2. Keeps it straight.
That's allowing the 24 right back up to him. I think
Yeah,
Karinga might try and make another move. Down to the bottom of the racetrack.
Quite get there. But he's looking for an opportunity to pass that 83.
And I'm trying to figure out who that was I saw behind. Athen. Something happened to him, it looked like, out of turn 4, but running steady, still ahead of Cube, so I don't know what I was seeing. Back up front to this battle for second place. Karinga, once again, pulling down to the bottom of the track. Trying to make any kind of ground on that 83, but it's just so hard to pass.
So Bob, Core's doing that. Them two have caught 99, now 0.5 seconds back.
While we were talking about that, Max Blue Geo's lag struggles continue. He has parked it. So,
Very disappointing to hear, as he is a points leader, I believe.
stage ends at 40. So now this means that depending on the race, this can go multiple ways, but it is most likely either Karinga DNS finishes 11th and he will be tied with Max Blue Geo, or he continues to run well and he takes the points lead away. So this is the end of Max Blue Geo's points lead for now. But he will be second or third in the point standings after this race, depending on how things go. Still a good spot to be. The top 8 make the chase, and it is still the middle of the regular season, so there is time to figure out his lag problems, make up points, and start fresh for the chase. But you definitely do want to be in that points lead, as that is 8 points over, I believe, the last place chase contender come the points reset. That little skew in points based on position.
Yes. Koringa, number 24, it's kind of backed off the 83. He's now about a second behind him. And the 83 continuing to catch the 99 off turn 4.
Battle for the lead, heating up. Half a second less time by, this time about a 10th lower. Vaughn is there, and he wants to take the lead away from the 99. 2 Fords up front. As we see Karinga, he got in the wall there. That's going to allow System to knock on the back door of the 24. As we look at the 83 and 99. Both cars running the top. Napa hits a bump down the front stretch. 0.2 seconds. Now the gap between first and second. Out of turn 2.
So outside for third, now that's Core and System.
System on the inside trying to clear the 24.
He does just that off the corner.
And while we were talking about that, still 0.2 seconds for the lead.
He's right there. Gets to his bumper off the corner.
It's right on board with this 83. Does he pull a slider? No. Sticks on the back bumper of Napa. Tries to move him up the track. Looks slow. Does he have a run? No.
Can't get there that time by.
As the sun is setting. Now those sun rays starting to get in your eyes into turn number 1. Makes it a little harder to see. But no big deal. Vaughn. Oh, and the
Huge
99
run on the back
slow.
straightaway.
No, that 99 got out of the throttle, and Vaughn's coming into pit. Peels off pit road. Great entrance for the 83. Doesn't speed. He's in. I wonder if he's trying to flip the stage. What's the strategy? We've not seen a strategy like this so far this race. Oh, he's out of fuel.
Yeah, Napa, he's on 4 liters of gas right now. There is a good chance he does not finish this stage.
And that's why all of a sudden Vaughn had a huge run down the back straightaway. Napa is fuel saving, and he's actually running a really fast line while doing this.
System pits, he misses pit road.
You can't come into pit, you have to go back around system. If you don't hit the limiter, you can't pit. It won't let you. Corey's in. Carter's in. Green
Karinga
flag
pitting
stops
this
late
time.
in the stage. Karinga's going to be coming in. Was that Beast we saw coming in? Yes.
3 laps to go in stage 1. Napa Boy is yet to pit. He is fuel saving out this stage.
Karinga into pit road. Napa is trying to save enough fuel, but I don't think it's gonna work. He has, because if you run out of fuel under caution, by the way, that is also a TTV.
Right. I don't think he can make it. Especially with 2 to go in stage 1, I don't think he's going to be able to make it.
And he's getting pushed by the 83.
Yeah, that's technically his teammate.
Karinga, you need to stay on the apron if there's cars on the way. Although that's
He's
kind of a
getting pushed.
self-defense thing. Working together. He's not gonna make it.
Final lap for stage number 1.
Oh, and he's
he's hit.
around! He's wrecking! Keeps it low, but that's it for Napa's stage 1. Here comes Athen. Athen's there. Athen on just a little bit more fuel. He's saved enough. The 60. He's gonna steal a stage in Kansas on fuel. That was not on my bingo card. Athen subbing for Mini in the 60 for IDK Racing. They score stage 1. 0.74 liters at the line. Who gets P2? It's going to be Robloxian. And then Chesko.
Chesko.
What a way for the
P3.
stage to end. We were not expecting that.
I don't think most drivers were expecting it either.
The strategy was originally just save all the way, and they saved enough. That worked out. Pits are still closed. And who is that? Napa.
Napa is trying to whip his way around the track. Athen, he's trying to not run out of fuel.
Maintain 90.
Remember, if Athen runs out of fuel, he's going to have to go to the back here.
Napa, get off the track. Why are you on the track? And Athen's out. Athens out.
Yeah, Athen has
Pull
run
onto
out of
the
fuel.
apron, you're going to be to the back. Just let the field by. Pits are open this time. Carter, I believe, is your lucky dog.
Yes.
Because Napa's all sorts of out. So Carter's your lucky dog. He can pit and get a lap back. Everyone else has to decide if they want to pit or get a lap back. We were not expecting fuel at all, and that has thrown this stage caution all out of whack too.
Pits are open. System, Vaughn, Corey, and Coringa come down pit road.
Who else ran out of fuel? I believe Chesko's out. Nappa and Chesko are out. They're in the grass trying to make it to pit road. Athen, Nappa, Chesko all to the back.
So yeah, those who, you know, stayed out, they got their stage points, but they're going to be to the back here.
Beast, were you
I
lapped,
believe
car?
all of them ran out of fuel.
If you were lapped
I'm
and you
talking.
chose to stay out, you can't pit. You do a lap around, Carter. Do not follow the 80, he's getting a lap back. So, after all of that, it looks like System comes out, your leader. We'll let the field get put together, and then we'll set up for stage 2.
System's a lap down. Sure. Yeah.
Oh, System's lapped?
Yes.
Did he pit or stay out?
He pitted.
Then you can't get a lap back, go to your spot on the ticker. So Vaughn's your leader, and then Corey,
Yes.
then Core, then Robloxian. Athens to the back, as is Nappa and that. To the back cars will be behind lap. Actually, no, they'll still be. It depends on lap. That's what we'll do. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't make that clear. It depends on lap. Line up based on your position, but then still to the back. It's like to the back of your lap. Alright. I think we got it figured out.
Carter, just go catch up to the field.
So now Nappa and System are lapped cars. Alright. Lights activate at a time. I need to make it different. But I don't know exactly when they turn on. It'll be pretty dark and then it'll turn on. Alright, choose this time at the stripe. All cars are allowed to choose.
So these ones predict that we're going green next time. Hopefully this time early. Vaughn elects the outside, Core to the inside.
Okay, outside lane on the banking, inside on the apron. Alright. So, Vaughn is your control car on the restart. It is GTT. We are going green in TV1 watching the 83. He can choose whenever he wants in the restart zone when he wants to go green. He has, the ticker does not control it. Core was in third, chose the inside, so he'll be alongside the 83 on this restart. For stage 2 in Kansas. Let's see how this one plays out. Green flag. Down the backstretch.
Splits it 3 wide for second. He's gonna try to go for the lead almost. Can't quite get there.
Cars in the wall further back. Cubed. 3 wide with Chesko. Down the backstretch as the sun continues to fall here over Kansas. 4 wide further back. Chesko. This is incredible. Nearly 5 wide down the front.
There's still 4 wide.
Down to 3. Down to 2. Still 3. Almost 4. Out of 2 onto the back. Whoa. So getting it figured out, driving into each other. 3 wide.
Let's go backside of that one.
Get out of the grass system. What was that? Wow. Crazy racing back here.
Three wide for 4th. Never mind, that's Cubed, Beast, and Robloxian.
Right now, Beast in 4th as they single file out.
Corey moves up P2. Passing 24. Slight contact on the back straightaway. That's Carter and Chesko.
These guys in the back still not racing well. And here's the thing. System and Napa are lapped cars. They do not need to be fighting as hard as they are not right now in any variety of contention to even get up to the leader. But they're still fighting hard, and that's really hurting the 16 of Chesko, as the field is almost entirely single file into 3. All of these different lanes run. So you look further up in the field at Beast. Down into turn number 1. Above 210 miles an hour.
Top 3 almost have basically almost pulled away from the rest of the field. It's like a 3-car breakaway. Goes Cubed for 5th. Inside of Robloxian. And clears him off the corner.
Cubed can't hold on.
6th.
Vaughn continues to lead. Half a second over 24K. Karinga now looking inside. Corey gained on the 83 that time by. Let's look at that roof camera. Looking at the 83 now. Rear view. Right on his bumper, the 24. Corey has a slight run down the backstretch into 3. Does Corey look inside? No. Corey goes down to the middle. Corey down to the middle, all the way down to the bottom. Corey follows him down the track, not allowing the 24 any open lane. Great defensive driving from 24K.
He's fending off that 24 while trying to catch the 83.
Great multitasking. Mirror driving while looking out the windshield is not something we see quite a lot, but
yeah. He's making it work though.
Karinga all the way down to the line again. I've noticed this is a line that not really many drivers have run until Karinga started using it up front and everyone caught on. There's the lights. Oh man. As the 24 still looking inside. He enters high and then drifts low. It works really well. He doesn't have to worry about that wall, as we see Corey hit a wall clip. That could have ended a lot worse for him, like it has for Beast so many times. Speaking of Beast, looking out his roof cam at these three fighting ahead of him. And behind him, a Ford and a Chevy, two blue cars, Carter and Cubed.
Carter look on the inside of the one, side by side into turn 1.
Look at that. The one a beast now, crossover. And look at Robloxian in the back. Put Cubed in the wall. And up to 6th. Cube looks back inside. Stage 2 ends lap 80. We are almost halfway through the stage. As we see Napa, the left car, given pressure by the 10, side by side, in the back, huge wobble. That was the 60, Athen, he got in the wall out of 2.
Good save by him, though. Could have easily just let that car snap and spun out, but he did keep it under control.
And he wasted no time to get right back up to the 10. Looks inside. Cube slams the door shut. Lots of movement further back. Look at these runs. Whoa! You almost see the lapped car. Napa, as he tried to look to the inside of the 93, almost saw him take a huge ride down the back.
I think what Napa's really trying to do is just get away from that 71, so in the case of a caution, he will get the free pass. He will be the lucky dog as of now.
Whoa! Contact in 2, Carter and Beast. They keep it straight. As into 3, Beast, I do believe. Whoa! Crossing lines, Carter to the bottom, Napa to the. Napa already there, trying to go to the top. They were right next to each other. Doesn't quite work out that well. They keep it straight. Here comes the 93, Robloxian to the outside of the 80.
20 laps to go in stage 1.
Yeah, and right now, Napa's doing a great job. He's doing exactly what he needs to do. He has 3 cars between him and that 71. This is what he needs to do to put himself back in contention for this race, the Cube Graphics 200. It's not fun to be out of it early, but it's really easy if you just play your cards right to get back in it, and that's exactly what he's doing. And he's almost up to Beast.
Though he's lapped, he's still showing very fast speeds. He's looking at pass Beast, not for position, but just to get by him. Get him away from that 71.
Slight lag spike from the 99. Down the front straight away.
Look at this battle for second, 77. Corey subbing in for Savage. Almost to the bumper of 24.
So while we were watching further back, we saw Karinga in the 24 get by. But Corey's not letting him go. He's right there.
Yeah.
Get out of the wall. Like everyone in the back. I just watched him pummel the wall, bro.
Corey clears the 24.
Down into turn 1. 215 miles an hour from 24K. Out of 2. Fields calms down. Although if we look further back, Beast being chased down by Napa, the left car, and then there's the 80 of Carter. Right there. As Napa does choose to go alongside the one of Beast, try and put another car between him and System.
Napa's working his way through this traffic. System Trying to do the same, gets to the outside of 10. Slight contact there between the two.
Honestly, if Napa can put on some flying laps and these leaders start running slower and slower laps, we could see Napa unlap himself under green. But that then puts the 71 easily as the lucky dog. Does Napa want to do that? Or does he want to eliminate a contender who has been up there in the top 3 with him?
In second. He's starting to close down that gap between him and the 83 now. 0.485 seconds is the gap.
Out of 2, down the back. Few car links to the 83. Let's look in blimp cam. I'd say that's 4 or 5. Down to 3. Maintains 3 through the corner. And down the front stretch. 3 to 4 car lengths. He gained pretty much an entire car length in that one lap. And just like that, he might close in another car length. Down to 2.
Wraps that inside. Yeah, down to 2 car lengths now. 0.2 seconds is the gap.
Just cutting off a 10th a lap. Corey might take this lead. And 2 Fords into the wall. That's a lapper and a lead lapper. Carter and the 99 got together. As Carter finally gets past him. Currently running 4th.
Corey gets to the inside of the 83. Whoa, contact off the corner.
And it looks like Core got in the wall too. That really sets back Corey though. Allows Vaughn to maintain that lead. Vaughn trying to win the stage for Slam Door. Look further back. Roblox scene. He won 2 weeks ago in St. Petersburg. And what a race that was. In a photo finish with Chesko, who's currently running a 9th last lead lap car. And he is running mid-pack right now, about where he was at this point in the race in St. Pete. Trying to chase down lead lap cars of Beast and Carter. But he just hasn't quite had the pace he's expected so far today in this 93.
See now, look at the lap cars. System's surprisingly getting closer to that 99.
Well, I mean, Napa's surrounded by some really tough to pass guys. System's not. So this is closing the gap. System might also be faster right now, just flat out. Especially because he has what arguably might be a preferred line over that 99.
Yeah, he's battling. 99's battling with that one car. That's allowing System. He's trying to capitalize off of that.
Beast still to the inside of Napa. Looks inside. He's
Whoa.
gonna get there. Side by side with the 1. See that 71 just getting closer and closer behind. Whoa, that's not good.
Huge contact right there. But here comes System.
Napa's not happy. He's moving that one. He knows what's at stake if he lets the 71 by. That was exactly what he did not want to happen, and he let it happen. Huge slip-ups. Angry with the 1.
Yeah,
Dooring him down the front.
Doesn't get by, but look how much that 71 has caught up to that 99.
as we watch now, it's about 3 to 4 car lengths. 71 trying to get past his teammate. Beast is not allowing that. Is Beast going to favor his lapped teammate or Napa? Right now he's favoring Napa. And while we're watching that, Robloxian looking to the inside of the 80, nearly clear, not quite though. That's going to allow Napa to make
Napa's
it 3
switching.
wide through the middle. What a move! And they travel up the track into the 80. And here comes the 71.
3
Alongside,
wide.
3 wide. Oh, they're almost stricken. Napa saves it, but he lets that 71 through in the process. Why are we sending each other? Stage is 80.
So you have 4.5 laps to go in stage 2. System and Napa, they're still next to each other.
Napa gets in the wall. Now Athen in the 60 on his outside. And that's going to allow the 71 of System right on by.
While that was happening, we have a battle for the lead. Corey right on the rear bumper of the 83.
The outside of Vaughn. Side by side, 77, 83. At the line, 77, he's clear. New race leader by 1/10 at the line. That's Corey Wilson.
Beast pulls it down pit road.
He's low on fuel. We're having
Napa
another
system side by
situation
side.
just like this. This whole cluster of cars. 5 of them, 3 wide. Do we see anyone off peel onto pit road? Anyone else peel off onto pit road? There we go. Whoa!
Someone slipped up across the racetrack. 2 to go in stage 2. Napa gets by Carter, and more importantly, by System.
Nobody else currently, I believe, is worrying about fuel. This is going to be a much cleaner end to the stage than stage 1. As Corey Wilson on the white flag for stage 2. Out front. And this time, we shouldn't have any last second changes of events. Vaughn drives it in bottom. Not enough. Corey Wilson in the 77, subbing for Savage, wins stage 2 here in Kansas.
And Napa, your 2-time champion in PRA, gets the free pass.
Pits are closed until the field catches up entirely. Gets itself figured out. Alright, pit road is open. The lucky dog is Napa. He can pit and get a lap back. The other 2 lapped cars, System and Beast, have to make a very difficult decision.
Everyone except Robloxian comes on pit road.
Robloxian. He doesn't have the fuel. Keep going 90, Robloxian. What are you doing? Is he frozen?
He might be. No throttle inputs from him. Cars struggle to get in their pit boxes. Looks like Core's gonna be first off pit road. Followed by Vaughn and Corey.
I don't know what's going on with Robloxian.
He disconnected. He
Oh.
rejoined.
I am so off my game. Alright. Back in it. Let's do it. Alright.
And
Just respawn your car, Robloxian, and then you'll be to the back of your lap. Let's see.
Vaughn has jumped.
3:13. You got hit off pit road? Sure, I don't even know. Hold on, red flag. Stop on. Just stop right here. I want to figure out what in the world is going on. I like completely lost myself for a second. And all right, let's see. Vaughn jumped out. Vaughn, where were you before you jumped?
I believe he was third.
Okay, then you'll be in P3. Corey was ahead. Corey can retake second because he got hit off. And then we should be good. Vaughn, go ahead and spawn car. There you go. And then just catch up to the field there there at the entrance of turn 1. And then we should be good. We can do GNT when we get back on because we still have to do choose. Alright, get single filed out and then we'll reset. We'll get back going. Get single filed out in the order you should be in. Why are you backwards, Carter? Okay, guys, can we, like, actually get single-filed out where we're meant to be, not whatever this is? Cubed, Robloxian, Chesko, Carter, why are you turning around, Carter? Okay. Cubed, you... I don't even... Okay, we can't... Whatever. Just figure it out under caution. We're back under caution. Start pacing 90 miles an hour. Single file. Alright. Alright, we're ready to go. Choose this time. Down the front straightaway. Karinga is your control car. And I'm just going to change laps for Napa. So he's back on the lead lap. Robloxian, you were already on the lead lap.
Coringa Alex high.
Oh yeah, sure.
Corey low.
Alright, we should be set up now. Vaughn, I need to change his laps. He's not lapped.
Low lane on the apron, high lane on the banking.
As per PRA, start and restart rules at this track. Alright. for stage 3. Unexpected pause, but cars are back rolling, and we have 50 laps exactly, going to be 49 at the restart to go. Control car Coringa, he can go at any point in the restart zone. Ticker does not determine the green flag. Here in the cubed graphics, 200 at Kansas. Green flag, we're back underway. Great jump for the entire field. Already looking 3, Carter in the 80.
Very good jump for Carter. Takes it 3 wide entering turn number 1.
Through the
Still 3 wide off
gears.
of turn 2.
Down the back straightaway, 3 wide, Coringa clears. Core in the 24, new race leader. Side by side for second, Corey and Carter. Corey gets thrown off the top. Carter looking back down low as the field fans out behind him. Get out of the grass, get together. Side by side, your 2-time champ, he is back on the lead lap, wasting no time. Whoa! Oh, and there goes Corey, sliding down the back stretch in the 77.
It's a wild ride for him. He gets it back going.
That's probably the end of his stage unless there's a caution. Carter got past Core while we were looking at that. Out of turn
Now
2.
looking to the inside of the 80. Side by side for green 480 into the wall. Look at Napa, he was just a lap down. He's already up to 3rd. Looking for 2nd now. Doors at 24. Entering 2, 3 wide off of turn 2.
For the lead, Napa, Core, Carter, all 3 of them established veterans. Napa sends it down to the bottom of the racetrack. He is able to clear a beautiful slider on the 80. Here comes Coringa. Here comes the 71. That's System trying to get his lap back. He is lapped, but right now, what in the world was that? Down the back straightaway, he's nearly back on the lead lap. If he gets past Napa, he's back on the lead lap.
The 80 now. Making pass with the lead. He clears the 99 off the corner.
Looking on board. Napa. Sends it on the outside. Him and Carter well ahead of the rest of the field as they fan out through 3, through 4, out of 4. The 99 of Napa, he's going to clear for the lead.
Big block
Can
for
he
that
stay
99.
clear this time? Looking further back, Coringa looking to the inside of the 1. Drives it in, can't quite get it clear. Beast doing a great job holding on the top. Now he's clear. Coringa making up ground he's lost. Staying in 3rd. Here comes Robloxian in the 93. You didn't set your number, by the way, Robloxian. Set it down the back.
Whoa. Contact off the corner between Carter and System. Remember, System's a lap car. He does get the free pass if a caution is called.
Yeah, and then also down the back stretch. Whoa, no, there we go. A little too close, slid up too much in the corner. Vaughn, wild ride, able to keep it straight though. And that's the difficult thing. That's a really difficult thing, especially about adapting to a track like this where it's multi-groove, you're side by side a lot of the time. You gotta... a lot of the time, these drivers don't have a great understanding of how hard they can push the car when they're side by side, especially if they're down there on the inside. We saw it right there. Vaughn traveled up the track, got himself right hooked, and it happened right there again with Robloxian. Just a learning curve with this new package that is to be expected. But down the front straightaway, Robloxian in the 93 able to capitalize off of chaos in the mid-pack. I believe he is right now in 5th place, and look at this line of cars down the backstretch. Let's look at this blimp cam. 16, Chesko looks to the inside of the 60. Vaughn, please stop typing.
Front of the 93, that's the one of Beast. He's also a lap down along with System. System, though, still looking to get a 3 pass.
I do believe right now System is still relatively up front. Yes, he is. Currently sitting 3rd in line, though scoring 10th. Karinga is 3rd in scoring, and he's being chased down by Cube Graphics. We have not seen him much at all this race, but off this restart, something, I guess, awakened in him, as now he's running 4th place, although we have huge checkup through 4, allowing the 1 of Beast all the way to his outside into 1.
Trying to rocket past that 10 car. Remember, the 1 is not battling for position with the 10 car. Is a lap down. Still trying to get by him, though, to go seek down the 71 of System. Keeps split 3 wide. Boxing gets by both of them.
Great move from Robloxian. He's making these aggressive moves, and slowly but surely it's working.
One thing I want to point out is that this stage is longer than both of the other 2 stages. We will probably be seeing either like late race pit stops or people trying to save. I think we're going to see some late race stops here.
I don't think it's possible to save enough. I mean, people were barely making it up to 4 liters in the first 2 stages, running out in the first stage. I don't think that you're gonna be able to stretch this 3rd stage. There's either gonna be a caution, we'll see pit stops under that caution at this point, or we're gonna see late race green flag stops. And anything can happen in green flag stops. Speeding penalties are huge in green flag pit stops. We've seen him take out lots of guys before. And into the wall, the 93 of Robloxian got sent almost by the 83. That's Vaughn subbing for Slam Door. Both cars are on the lead lap, fighting with Cubed in the 10.
Cube gets the back bumper of the 93. And 83 clears the 93. At the line. You can just tell the way the cars enter the corner, exit the corner, the variety in lines that these cars run. It allows for, you know, generator runs on the back straightaway, front straightaway, wherever. Your line, it's like very, like, it matters.
And this definitely wasn't something you saw when you were racing here at the previous 1.5 mile track, that being in Las Vegas. It was a very single groove track. We saw pretty much it was run the bottom. Here we're seeing many lanes prevail, mostly the top, but you can make the inside, you can make the middle work. This is definitely something new for you to be watching. You've done practice here. Does your knowledge and experience from Las Vegas carry over to this track at all, or is this an entirely different racing style?
I feel like the way, especially my line that I ran at Las Vegas, I definitely think you can make it work here. But still, there's so many more different lines that you can run than the one I ran, and it's honestly a good thing. Allows for.
Whoa. Sorry to cut you
Course.
off. We saw
Definitely
Athen
allows-
and Chesko getting together in the very back of the field.
Sent by Beast.
Down the front straightaway, the lines even vary on the front stretch. You'll see some people running higher, some people running mid, low, even the apron. And there's 2 levels on the apron. There's so much variety in this track, and I truly think that makes this one of the most special, unique, and honestly, there's the most opportunities here. This is a fantastic racetrack here in Kansas. It's putting on a great show as we see the 10 of Cubed look to the inside of East. Rubbing paint into the wall slightly. Down the front straightaway. Core, don't report it, clip it and send it. Down into turn 3, watching Karinga. Being chased down by Vaughn and Robloxian, but he's still holding on to third. An overall solid point stay so far for this 24. Not too eventful, but nice up front position. This is exactly what he needs to just run his race.
Yeah, while he's, running his race, he can capitalize on Max Weger retiring from the race early on. It looks like so far that he's going to be taking that points lead.
Oh, he already is. He gained enough points in the stages, and now he's going to gain more points in the race. Even if he DNF'd right now and finished 11th, he's going to gain more points in the race. He's taking that points lead away. Of course, your new points leader.
Very good thing to hear for that 2014 at IR Motorsports. Whoa, just
Oh,
as I say
no.
that 24 into the wall. Keeps it straight.
And
Lets
Robloxian.
Robloxian by.
Yeah, and Robloxian wastes no time to capitalize on that error. And now, there's 3 cars under a blanket here in Kansas.
As the battle for third. Robloxian clears 24. Looking for battles back on the outside now. Vaughn looking for any mistakes from both of these drivers. Gotta capitalize like that. Vaughn splits it 3 wide. 93.
Whoa.
Doors to 83 up the racetrack.
Frustrations and whoa! Almost
Whoa.
sideways. It was lag on the 93's end, and he nearly threw it all away right there trying to type that message. Here comes Corey to the outside. And look at how well that 77's able to roll the top of the racetrack and make a move. Even with Robloxian putting him in the wall, Corey's able to clear that 93 and pull a car length or 2, even 3 car lengths here down the front stretch.
Corey is now looking down at the 83. Trying to make the pass for 4th. Oh, Carter reports he's freezing, gets into the outside wall in the front straightaway. He's dropping way far back from that 99.
And here, still, the system is delivering a beautiful race. These laps,
Despite being
but
a lap
if there's a
down.
caution, he'd be right back in it.
Most definitely. Despite being a lap down, he has put on some impressive speed today.
just needs that caution, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's a top 3 car.
Yeah, he's definitely showing it. Got him with Carter slightly in the wall.
Carter was in the wall that entire corner. System keeping out of him though. I don't think that was contact. Now the rear end of this car is wider than the front, so if you do hit that wall, you kind of get sucked into it, get pointed a little into it. And so in real life Cup Series, a lot of the time you kind of see that too. The car's getting stuck to the wall, it's kind of sticky. And once the car gets off the wall, sometimes there's a big wobble, and sometimes the driver can't hold on to it. Here, we're lucky enough the car isn't quite as sticky to that wall. You can just turn a little bit, you'll get off of it. But if you do get in that wall, it definitely scrubs some speed, especially on the straightaways.
Yeah, you've seen that. I've seen that a lot during practice. Cars will be on the wall in the back straightaway. They'll start scrubbing a lot of speed heading into turn 3. And that's just the thing with these cars. And with that wall.
Yeah. Riding on board with 3rd place Vaughn in the 83. He's had a quiet night other than a few hairy moments. Looking out the rear at Corey, as the majority of the field now has migrated to the top of the racetrack. On the restarts, we see a lot of double file. It's pretty 50-50 split between the top and bottom, but on the long runs, we start seeing that field gravitate to the top. Well, with that out of the way, how about we have Shorts crank it up in the Cubed Graphics 200. Pit stops here in Kansas in the Cubed Graphics 200. We see Vaughn, Corey, Wilson, and Beast into pit road. Earlier, we saw Karinga in the 24 come in. Race leader Napa has just signaled he's going to come into pit road here in the 99.
Same with the 80 of Carter. He's down with him also.
Great entrance for both cars. I don't believe either of them sped. is Beast. Out of pit road. We heard him say OMG in chat. We don't know what that was for, but keeping it straight onto the max straightaway. Merging just ahead of the 24. Karinga down to the inside.
System now down pit road.
71 for Slide Job Danny Racing. Currently, your leader is Robloxian, staying out a little longer on fuel, trying to get some laps led. Behind him, I believe the entire field now is lapped, except for Napa and Carter. They're barely on the lead lap. The 93 of Robloxian for IR Motorsports, having a solid day so far. Decided to stay out, lead some laps, but now it's just about time to pit. Down the backstretch, wouldn't be surprised if he comes into pit this time. Down into 3, lapping the 80. And I believe he's in. Yup, there he is. 93 into pit road. It's the last car to pit. And that's going to cycle Napa in the 99 back to the race lead. Solid entry for the 93 of Robloxian. To his pit box. I do want to see the leader. Where is he? I believe right there, Napa.
Crossing the line now.
Robloxian unable to merge onto the banking. He does anyway. It's your only warning, please. The 80 of Carter able to avoid it.
Perfectly executed his pit stop. He is about 4 seconds ahead of that 80.
Great race thus far. 4 seconds back to Carter. Less than a second back from Carter to Vaughn in the 83. Corey Wilson looking at the 83. Gonna go to the inside 3 turns 3 and 4. Into the wall. Side by side down the front, beating and banging. Corey Wilson takes the advantage and he puts the 83 in the wall. Here's Robloxian.
Corey apologizes to that 83.
They're in the wall again. Final warning is 83 and 93. Stay out of the wall. System, what was that? And a huge block down the backstretch for that 93. Nearly spun him and the 71 out. Do we see a late race caution? Or is it going to go green and deliver Napa his first win of the season?
Just 8 or 7.5 laps to go. Napa's praying to see that white flag as soon as he can.
Looking further back in the field, all the way back here with Beast. Is 1 lap down. What a hard time to cubed. Second system. Another car stuck a lap down. 2 of these Slide Job Danny Racing cars stuck lapped down. Time's running out for him. 83 of Vaughn now. Ahead of a whole cluster of cars, 3 cars under a blanket behind him. Trying to chase down third. This will be the first 1, 2, 3 for Ford if Vaughn can hold on all season long. Ford has been slow so far. I don't think they've gotten 1 win even so far this season, but now it seems like it's finally tilting their way. The Fords have been unbeatable all day, and now with 5 to go in the Cubed Graphics 200, it doesn't look like that's going to change much. Looking at Corey.
With a 71 lap car in front of him. 4 laps to go.
Great execution from Napa all day today. Put himself right in the spot he needed to be. 4.5 seconds. Doesn't need to push it. Carter, get out of the wall. I've seen you in the wall multiple times in the last few laps. Like the entire corner. Great lead for Napa. This is why he's a 2-time champion. He wins when it counts. System in the 71, fighting with the 83.
Contact off turn 2.
Whoa!
Oh, more contact.
Squirrely!
They do keep it straight. 2 laps to go.
It's gonna get interesting. Watching this group of cars in the back. Whoa! Again, getting into each other down the back. Slamming doors. Whoa, huge bump from Coringa. White flag presented by Debit 2, Bank for Napa. And right as we say that, more contact further back. But it doesn't matter. The 99 car, they have executed all race long. They have done everything just right, even when they were lapped. Ran out of fuel at the end of the stage, that didn't stop him. Your 2-time champion is gonna win again! Out of the final corner, Napa scores his first career win of Season 5 in Kansas. What a great job! He's unmuted.
Let's go. Straight dominance, man. Let's go. Oh yeah.
Everyone else head to pit road. Everyone else head to pit road. Arguments go in arguments channel. Keep them mature. Napa, you can head to the start-finish line.
Impressive showing by that 99 team. Great job from them today.
Two-time champ does it again. Great show of performance here in Kansas. I forgot the burnout block, so I have to use the dev console. Woohoo! Gonna make sure that nothing bad's happening right now. Okay, cool. Arguments is clear. If you have any arguments, put them in the arguments channel. Preferably not in Roblox chat, because you'll end up saying something mean and getting banned. Be mature about it. Yeah. Alright, let's set up Napa's burnout. Well, Ethan, your first race in the booth. I'd say that was a fun show.
Most definitely.
That was incredible. Speed diesel, gas script off, add velocity off. Okay, and now I go to F9. Workspace. Dot. All right. Try just doing like a really quick burnout, and I just want to see if I need to change anything else in Napa. Are you able to move at all? Just quickly, and then just stopping it. Okay, hold on. Hold on, stop moving. Okay,
Napa with
try
his
again.
first win this season. For Ace Alpine Racing.
Oh my goodness. Arguments is a war zone.
Yes, most definitely. They are rowdy today.
This is incredible. Alright, is it good, Napa? I wasn't watching. Yeah, okay, it's good. Let me add smoke. Stop moving. I need to be able to click on your car without deleting it. And then I'll tell you when you're ready to go. Alright, stop spectating, getting free cam. First person free cam. Alright, Napa. Once again, in your incredible PRA career, go crazy! The first race since Season 1 at the Kansas Speedway. Alright, cool. Let me remove. And Napa, you can head to victory lane. Let's go ahead and get some interviews. We're gonna keep it shorter this post race. So we're only gonna interview 2 guys and then Napa. First 2 people to say Y in chat that are still in game. Vaughn and Core. Alright.
Alright.
Let's start with this 83 of Vaughn. What a day he has had. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna check on arguments again before I'm gonna make sure this isn't getting ridiculous. Ford 123. Holy crap, dude. What in the world? Holy. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and interview Vaughn in the 83. Where is he? Here he is. Hello, Vaughn. How are you doing?
Oh man, I am so mad. Like I am so mad. Like I gotta laugh just to not say anything bad so I don't get banned. But I am so goddamn mad because we had a race-winning car. I mean, we were up front most of the day, and then we just got back in traffic, and apparently no one knew how to drive. And you know, okay, 24K. I'll say what I gotta say about him at the end of the interview. I don't have nothing to say about 24K. He was good. I mean, we had some, moments, but he was good. But overall, man, come to those final few laps, and I want to point this out. I want to make this real clear. You see that car? You see that Jordan car right there? Right there? Yeah. He's a lap down, by the way, a lap down. So that means he has to go all the way around the track, past the leader, and come all the way back just to be unlapped. Yeah. He put me in the wall at least 3 times, and he also put 24K in the wall at least 5 million goddamn times. I was so pissed off. I can't even talk. Like, we had a race-winning car. I mean, we were on front majority of the day, and like, I'm just upset that we couldn't capitalize on that because some people just don't know how to drive. I am, I'm surprised he even has a goddamn license, bro. Cause that's just stupid, man. But yeah, any questions y'all want to ask?
No, not anymore. Ethan, anything for Vaughn?
I heard all I need to hear. Good job today. Finished P4, P5. I'm not even sure. Oh, 6.
Oh yeah. One more thing.
All right.
You see that car back there? It has the number 2 and 4 on it. Yeah. Same thing. Left and rejoin, same thing. But yeah.
All right.
All right then. Well, thank you for your time, and
All right, thank you.
congrats on the decent performance for Slam Door. Keeps him about where he is in the chase, I believe, at the end of this. Great job there today.
All right, thank you.
All right, and then oh, this is funny. Speaking of him, let's interview Karinga in the 24. Is number 24 Iparanga Chevrolet Camaro for IR Motorsports. All right, hello Core. How are you doing?
I'm doing interesting to say the least. Definitely not how the race, definitely not how I wanted the race to go. It's just, it's been the same issue every week. Nobody can drive with respect. It's been the same way since Daytona. I know I'm not saying I'm anything. I've had my fair share of rough driving. But it's just getting worse with every passing race. I could not make a clean pass for my life because every time I will go for the move, I will get put in the wall or just sent back on the inside the next corner, or just the driver would just do some inexplicable thing. I'm not mad at nobody. I'm trying to just be the most show driver I can be every race. But at some point, I just can't stand this. It's getting too much. It's starting to become too big of an issue, and it's about to reach its breaking point if by next race this shit still happens. Because I spent damn near 5 fucking laps setting up a move on, let's say, 24K or Carter, for example, and the very next thing they do when I pass them is just either send it on my inside or just put me in the wall or just pick a horrible block. So, definitely not how I wanted this race to go. Definitely very annoying to get drilled in the middle of a run because I leave 1 mile an hour pace. I get drilled by the entire field. The whole damn field just drills through me, puts me in the wall, whatever. And I'm still trying to keep my cool, not go after nobody. But it's coming too much. It's just becoming too much. It needs to come to a stop. I'm trying to advocate for clean racing. As I said, I'm not innocent of this. I'm not saying I'm innocent. I'm far from it. I've done my fair share of stupid driving. But please, if we all just make a collaborative effort, we can stop this. Please. Just please.
Alright then. Well, you've been a huge advocate for a lot of change so far, and slowly that change is coming to fruition. One big change that we experimented with this race was the racing. When it wasn't dirty, how was the racing in your mind compared to Las Vegas?
compared to Vegas, the racing was definitely better. There was definitely more multi-groove action to it. You could definitely set up a move easier, even though this is a more of a narrow track than Vegas. There's definitely more room to set up a move, like either on the front stretch or in the middle of the turn because of the multi-groove. So I would definitely say this is an improvement from Vegas. This was definitely an improvement. Just, stuff happened. Still got a P4 by pure miracle. So, I mean, I exited this race with the points lead. I got a decent points finish. Let's just keep our heads up high until the next race. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, final thing. Next race, Portland. We've had struggles at road courses. However, with improvements slowly coming along, and of course it being a more normal road course compared to the straight course in St. Pete, how confident are you that we can once again improve next weekend? And how confident are you in your ability to hopefully have a better weekend than this one was?
I don't know, just do the same thing I've always been doing each week, get a good qualifying result, or not a good qualifying result, but my main focus is just to improve when the actual race comes around and just try to race, honestly. I'm not gonna have much expectations. I'm not gonna have my expectations way too high, but I just want to come into Portland, race, and then just be fine with it. I don't want to get too stressed out over this. I'm just trying to, race. So, yeah, that's about it, honestly.
All right then. Well, thank you for your time, Core. See you in the next race.
All right, thank you. See ya.
And finally, let's interview race winner Napa. What a race it has been for him. I need to get pictures. Hold on. Ugh, pictures. Victory Lane. In Kansas. Print screen. Beautiful. All right. Let's go ahead and interview your race winner here in Kansas. After checking. All right. Hello, Napa. How are you doing?
Doing good. Finally feels good to be back in victory lane. Victory lane. Uh, glad my Dunkin' Donuts Ford Mustang was able to continue us to the lead because the back of the pack I know was bad. I experienced it in stage 2, so it feels good to actually get past that bad pack and win the race.
All right. Well, oh, there's freaking confetti. I didn't know that. Hold on. There's okay. Get one more. There we go. Confetti edition. You went through a roller coaster of a race. Started out with you started out with a win. Not a win. What am I saying? You started out with the lead. And in the end of stage 1, ran out of fuel, stuck a lap down for a while, but by the end of stage 2, you were able to put yourself in the right position to lead in stage 3 and win the race. How did you keep your head down and put your race back together after what could have been a disastrous end to it all?
Praying I saved enough fuel for the second stage after I ran out stage 1. I thought I was gonna make it just barely, but my judgments were off, so kind of need to improve on that. And then I knew system was slow, so I kind of just wanted to get past the field, see how fast I was compared to the pack, but it was a little chaos back there. So yeah, and then after I got the lap back, I knew the outside was not the strongest on the restarts, so wanted to be behind my friend Carter. It's because Carter's the OP teammate, even though he's not a teammate. Eventually led me to the win.
EJ, anything for Napa?
This is more of a silly question, but do you think that donut you had pre-race helped you?
I think it did. I should have free donuts for everybody every time I went into the Dunkin' Donut car.
That's a really good promotion. I just want to say congratulations though on your race. Started on pole, came back from a lap down in stage 2, so I just want to say congratulations and great performance by you today.
Thank you.
All right then. Well, thank you for your time, Napa. This is all we have time for, and hope you celebrate hard tonight. All of Ace Alpine Racing did a fantastic job, and without any further ado, let's wrap it up. This is a very fun race. Great improvement. Still work to be done, but looks good for the future. The very nice debut back to the Kansas Speedway. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I'm sure you did as well, EJ. I'm so glad you're here at the booth. Thank you to everyone that was involved in this. All the drivers, me, EJ, thank you to everyone involved in making this league run every week. I am so glad to have you all, and I cannot wait to go to Portland in 2 weeks' time. Actually, it might be 1 week time. Depends on schedule. And, go road course racing for the last time this season. I'm Chris Izzo, your host for today's event. This is the Cubed Graphics 200. Two-time PRA champion Napa finally heads back to victory lane after a long struggle this season. Hopefully things look up for him. Ford gets their first 1-2-3 of the season, their first win of the season, and it was overall such a topsy-turvy, entertaining day. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you for Portland and the Exalta Grand Prix. Bye-bye.